Check. Good afternoon, Warrior Nation. Welcome to the 2024 TCAL Football State Championship game. My name is Hayden Wickwire. I'll be joined by Mr. Locke here shortly, and we are live from beautiful Dripping Springs, Texas today for an exciting matchup between the Annapolis Christian Academy Warriors and the New Braunfels Thunder. This is a much anticipated game. The Warriors undefeated so far. They have not lost a single game this season, looking to cap their season off with a championship. The visiting New Braunfels Thunder will kick things off, go for the onside look, as Annapolis will receive. And Asante Pena, number 13, gets tackled at about the 45-yard line. I should say that's the 11-man 45-yard line. It'll probably be at about the 33. We're playing at an old high school field here in beautiful Dripping Springs, Texas. It's a very nice facility. They've got a good field, good stands, as the Annapolis Warriors offense comes onto the field for the first time in this game. Chuck Brush under center. Chuck takes a snap, pitches off to Segundo. Segundo finds the sideline, and he could go all the way. One play, one touchdown. The senior makes a statement early on. Jacob Segundo plunges through that sideline unfazed and shows off that speed. Annapolis with a statement early on in this game. The Warriors on the board first. They lead it 6-0. Well, could you ask for a better start than that? Man, Annapolis early score right into this game as Alex Owsley back for the extra 2-point attempt here. Micah Garcia, the holder. Here's the hold. The kick is blocked. So no good on the kick, but a great start for Annapolis. We know they're very hungry coming into this game. There has been a lot of going back and forth and a lot of uncertainty surrounding when we'd play at the playoff game, but here we are now. All we have to do is play football, and these boys have been looking forward to this game. They've had a couple weeks off. They haven't had a game in a minute, so there's been a lot of anticipation building at the practices, building with the coaches, and talking to Coach Garcia before this game. He talked about how this is going to be their biggest challenge yet. This is the best team they're going to play all year. They have a lot of guys that are athletic, and we've got to be able to match their athleticism. Run with them. They have two running backs who have a lot of yards and touchdowns. They throw the ball, and they play spread. So defensively, he said, we're going to have to cover and to run the ball. We got to cover that. We want to make them pass, stop the run, and let our athletes cover and look to get some interceptions. So we'll see if this Warriors defense can do that. Offensively, they did exactly what Coach Garcia talked about, imposing the will. Run over them, through them, and around them, but mostly over them. He talked about we have size and strength on them, and we have to use that to set the tone. We need to out-physical them. Our own offensive line needs to dominate, and we will soften them down with the run and start to throw over them. We want to score every time we have the ball, make them play from behind, and that's exactly what Annapolis has done early on this game. As I'm joined now by Mr. Locke here. What
Welcome.
A start.
Yes.
What a start.
This is a new setting, so trying to get everything, all the inner workings, and next thing I know, we're up.
You close your eyes for a second, and boom, we have scored.
Yeah.
And I got a note from Coach Garcia today, a special note. All of the seniors will be starting on defense, so a special moment for them.
Yeah, why not? Throw them all in there.
You got an 8th grader out there as well, Darian Wallace, and man, Annapolis has been dominant on all sides of the ball. What does this defense need to do to start off strong here, Mr. Locke here?
Well, defense has been our MO all season long. What they've done is they've tackled for losses behind. They've kept people behind the sticks, and really, if they get in the backfield quick, get those guys down, make it 3rd and long, 4th and long. That's been the recipe for success.
The New Braunfels Thunder under center. He's got 1 to his back, 2 left, 1 right. Takes his time on the snap.
There's waiting for something.
Finally, a little motion from number 18. Here's the rush.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Throws it. They do. It
Good
looks
tackle.
like they will complete the pass. Short pass, picks up about half the yardage on that one.
Boy, that you had 2 Warriors breathing down his neck. Just a half second more, he would have been in a lot of trouble.
Looks like they've read the game plan of Annapolis's pressure on the defense, so they're trying to get that pass off early.
Yeah, they know that the pressure's coming quick, and the long, like, wait, kind of scramble around, throw the deep stuff, that's not going to work. And it looks like they might try a little dink and dunk, little quick pass game.
35 is actually Jerry Gleason today, switching it up, as well as Ben Marsh, number 60, on that line for the rush for Annapolis. Second down for the Thunder. Pitch off.
He's going to run it.
And he starts to run.
Ooh.
And a big tackle by number 40, the senior, Jake Gwaltney, wraps him up and stops the big play from the Thunder.
Dangerous tackle. He tackled him pretty high, but I think he just got shoulder pads and jersey.
Looked like there was a big hole opening up, but Annapolis's defense did a good job to shut that up early.
Yeah, it was kind of a slow developing play. The running back, he's really shifty, but it looks like it takes him a little bit of time to get going, and we got him before he really could get into full gear.
Third down now for this Annapolis defense. We talked about starting out early on offense. They hit him in the mouth. Now on defense, you want to build that lead early. You don't want this to turn into a back and forth game. Annapolis's defense lined up, still with only 2 pressuring. Now Prime looks to get into the cover. They've got 2 right. Now 1 man to his left and 1 man behind him.
Looks like Jack Attack's in there, 0-0.
The 8th grader can bring some speed, and here he comes. New Braunfels back. They
that's a
throw
deep
it
throw,
long.
wide open.
He's got a man. And Annapolis does a good job
the
to bring
ball's
him
out.
down.
The
ball's
ball's
out. They do rule him down by contact.
Okay.
So a big play from the Thunder on 3rd down. Able to find a man deep. He was wide open on that one. But a good job from Annapolis. We talk about Annapolis' speed. They haven't had a lot of deep balls over him, so a good job from Annapolis to track him down, not give up the easy touchdown. But again, a big play from the Thunder. We talk about this isn't going to be like the rest of the games. This is the state championship. We've got a good team opponent on our hands today. So Annapolis will need to stay ready. They can't just walk all over the field and just think they're going to dominate on defense. They have to go out and show it.
Yeah, that a little busted coverage there. I think we kind of expected something quick and short and forgot to cover. And now Thunder in pretty good prime business here. They can get a first down before they even score.
He's got 2 guys to his right. Takes a snap, pitch off to the right, and he's going to run it. Number 24 takes it up the sideline, and a push from Jake, but looks like, where are they going to mark him? Looks like he might be just short of the goal line. He was super close there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Travis. And just a reminder, that is the 40-yard line is the midfield here. So I know you see the big numbers, and it looks like they're pretty far away from the end zone. But just a reminder, that pylon is the end zone. So they're right there knocking on the door at the second yard, about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, you can see that speed as he got around the corner. That's definitely going to be something we're going to have to watch.
4 yards for the first, about 5 yards for the end zone.
All right, here we go. Second down for the Thunder. Opportunity here for the Thunder to score, to answer early. He's got 1 man behind him. A lot of guys at the line. Could be a run here. And it's a pitch off. Here we go.
24 again.
And
nice
big
tackle.
play from the Annapolis defense. That's 0-0. The 8th grader, Jack Martinez, stopping him there.
Yeah, Chuck was in there too. Got dinged up a little bit. I think he's okay.
Good play from the senior. 3rd down now. This could be a big stand from the Annapolis defense. They gave up the big play, but still a chance to keep him out of the end zone here. And again, it's something new we haven't seen too much of, early offense from the opposing team.
Yeah, they got a lot of different formations. They're spreading everybody out. They're trying to move us around. 3rd and about 5 or 6.
Takes a snap, pitches back, looking to throw. He has a man. He's got a lot of space. Annapolis trying to close it up, and that ball's loose.
The ball
that
came
ball's
out
on the ground. Annapolis looks to be on top of it, but there is a flag.
He bobbled that ball. I think it's a fumble, and I think he waved that flag off. I think that's going to be an Annapolis ball. It is.
And
Turnover.
It's Annapolis
Oh,
ball.
wow.
A huge play from the Annapolis defense. Wow. New Braunfels after the big play, knocking on the door. They're right there at the end zone, and Annapolis gets the turnover. A huge stop to shut them out of the end zone.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Let's see if we can see we've got highlights. All right, so we got an instant replay here. You can see that he little dump pass, and then he gets past one, but the ball starts juggling. It gets popped hard, and then recovered. Who got it? I think Jack. Jack popped the ball out and then got the ball.
And we're right back. Segundo, another run. This Annapolis offense is nonstop. They keep attacking. 2 runs so far for Annapolis as they have a new opportunity to get more points on the board here after the big play from Jack on the fumble recovery. Great defense from Annapolis, too. They didn't just rush after the pass catcher. They were patient, and they were waiting for him to make his move. Then they collapsed. They did a good job on defense.
Yeah, really good job. We missed the play here with the replay. And Jacob Segundo with the big run. Now it's 2nd and short.
2nd and short now. Chuck Brush under center. Tight, fakes the pitch. Chuck, he's got a man. Brogan Easter wide open. Oh, and just a bit overthrown.
Yeah, he had Jake or Brogan. He decided to go with the deep pass and just threw it a little bit too much.
Annapolis will have opportunities here. They will have opportunities to score. They've had guys open, but that pass looks like it's going to be open. So hopefully we can continue to mix up that run game along with that pass game. Again, we've seen dominance from the run game so far. Segundo, a big run early to score. Another great run on 2nd down. 3rd down now, first down. 2nd down, you had the pass. It was there, but we weren't able to connect. So we'll see what we can do here on 3rd down. Again, Annapolis keeping it tight. Lots of guys at the line. Chuck Brush under center. Quick handoff.
That's going to get the 1st down, maybe short.
And let's see where they mark him. It looks like he has enough. And that's Ben Marsh, the fullback, the senior. And they will move the chains for a 1st down.
Nice, good 1st down run. Ben's usually the lead block, and every once in a while gets rewarded with that. The first man through with the ball. Good fullback run.
A 1st down now sets up Annapolis in a great position to be aggressive here. Let's see if Annapolis has something dialed up here. What does Coach Garcia want to do? Ball's at about midfield right now. Let's see. Same formation, keeping it tight. Chuck Brush hands it off to Segundo.
Jacob
makes a move.
Oh, almost got out of that tackle.
And a good tackle from New Braunfels. They know they've done their scouting report. They know the game plan is to hand the ball to number 43 on the run. He's been dangerous all year. They know they've got some speed on that run, and so that's really what their game plan should be to bring down our run, to make sure we're not getting over big plays, because if you're the coach after that first one, you're not going to let that happen again. He just had a wide open lane all the way to the right side.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, it's still 5 yards on that run. I mean, just take it 5 yards at a time.
Annapolis will continue to be aggressive. We're going to run the ball, and you can't stop us. And there's a flag on the play. Looks like some early movement.
Yep, that's going to be on the Annapolis.
It's going to be a false start on the Warriors. That does not help as they get pushed back.
Yeah, all that yardage they gained on 1st down, they're going to have to make it up again here on 2nd, plus some. Yeah, they're back to 2nd and 15. They lost all that yardage that Jacob got on that 1st down.
2nd down still, and we talk about 6-man. There's lots of opportunities for big plays, so we'll see if Annapolis can get another big play right here.
We haven't talked about this, but Annapolis hasn't played for 2 weeks, so there may be a little bit of rust. Need to knock that off.
Chuck under center. He's wide open. He's got a man. He goes deep. It's Jake Gwaltney. Jake catches. He's running.
It's a foot race.
And nobody's going to catch him. Jake Gwaltney gets into the end zone, spikes it down for the touchdown. Annapolis rolling early.
That was a beautiful play action pass. We've been jamming in that tight I formation, and then a little play action. The Thunder bid on it, and then it was a foot race, and Jake, the big boy, able to waltz his way into the end zone.
Talk about the speed from a lot of these running backs, but our big guys have some speed too. We've seen it from Blake. We've seen it from Jake on that one. Man, there was 2 guys right behind him, and that gap increased. His speed got him all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, he shifted gears. It's going to be a free play here.
It's going to be a free play.
We can maybe
Micah picks it up.
Oh,
quick
boy,
handoff.
That's just a disaster.
And they're going to blow it dead because I believe it's going to be a free play anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a disaster from the beginning. Thankfully, I think the flag's going to be on the Thunder for jumping.
So it looks like we'll have another chance for the kick on this one. Again, we have had so much time on both of those pass plays. Chuck not pressured at all when he rolls out. They're so worried about the run. He's got time when he rolls out. And again, like you said on the first one, he kind of could pick his option. He had Brogan, he had Jake. He went for the deep ball and was able to dial in that throw in a big play, senior-to-senior connection there.
Yeah, anytime you can run the ball, push in that I formation, that play action gets wide open, that's going to be short.
And that kick is just a bit short. And Annapolis leads 12-0 early in this first quarter. Still 2.5 minutes to go.
All right, here's that highlight. You can see that play action. You can see all the Thunder bite on it hard. And then you can see Jake and Brogan in a two-man pattern. Decides to go with the deep man. And then Jake's speed just outlasting the Thunder all the way to the end zone. Well, that's a really good start for Annapolis. Up 2 touchdowns. But really, the thing was that goal line stand turnover that Jack Martinez able to give him a pop, and then the ball came out, and then get the big recovery.
Big play from the Annapolis defense turns into offense. That's what you want to see. The offense and the defense working in tandem, creating that big-time lead as Annapolis leads 12-0 early in this first quarter. And, talking to the boys, like you talked about, we've had a lot of weeks leading up to this game. A lot of time for the Warriors to think about this game, and they're hungry. We heard at the pep rally from the seniors yesterday. They've worked so hard this season. They want to come away with some hardware. They've been waiting for this moment. Some of them since 6th grade have been waiting for this moment, battling through some not undefeated, but some defeated seasons, as you can say. And, Annapolis looking to get the job done here as a great kick from Alex. Boots it
over
deep.
His head. Beautiful.
A good touch back as the Annapolis defense will look to build off of that big-time turnover on the last possession.
Yeah, I can't overstate it enough how big of a game changer that was. After a big play by the Thunder, they looked like they were threatening. They were going to tie this game up, and then a huge, again, our defense has been just outstanding, lights out. 8th grader Jack Martinez, he was juggling the ball, and then Jack popped him. The ball just came fumbling out, and then he was able to scramble and recover it. Now let's see if the defense can learn from maybe being a little bit, get their eyes in the backfield a little bit too much. They need to just play assignment football. They'll be okay.
Yeah, the New Braunfels did have some success on the deep play last time. We'll see if they go do it again. He's got 2 guys to his right. Quarterback under center. Takes a snap. It's a pitch. 24 can pass. And he will complete that pass. Good tackle out of bounds. Picks up about 7 on the catch.
Yeah, the quarterback's got a nice little arm. They like the little mid-game, and obviously he can throw the deep ball too. They're giving him enough time. What they're doing, what other teams haven't done, is they haven't protected their quarterback. They're leaving. They've got 3 in the backfield, 2 people that are blocking, and sometimes they'll release to pass. Gives the quarterback just enough time to find his open receivers.
2nd down now for the Thunder. Got about 7 on the last one. Need about 7.5 to pick up the first down here.
Looks like Annapolis is going to send 3. Yep, they're coming. All 3 coming.
Here comes that pressure.
There. Oh,
hit as he throws.
Oh, that ball's, is that loose? Is it a fumble?
They're going to rule it incomplete.
Ooh, boy.
Great pressure from the 8th grader on that one.
Yeah, wow. That was, I think his arm was coming forward, but, man, we came on the blitz. We brought 3 instead of the 2, and really, boy, that was the pressure we're looking for.
Talk about this Annapolis defensive line has been aggressive. Like we saw, he's had a good arm, but he's been pretty comfortable. He hasn't had too much pressure on him yet. So Annapolis wants to continue to bring that pressure, not giving that quarterback any time to make the plays that the New Braunfels Thunder want to make.
Yeah, that was a big hit. Boy, that was close to a fumble. See if Annapolis sends that blitz again. They got 3 crawl coming up to the line again.
Prime, Jack, and Chuck.
Looks like they're pulling out. Looks like maybe just sending 2 now.
3rd down now from the Thunder. Taking their time on the snap. 11 in motion. They get the snap. 24.
Here comes the pressure from the backside.
Good pressure and a big-time hit.
Right away.
He stays up. And a good job from the Thunder to bounce off that hit. Man, I might have been down for a day after that one. That was a big-time hit from the Annapolis defense.
Yeah, big hit. Didn't quite wrap him up. Good balance to hang in there. And then, thankfully, the Warriors did a good job pursuing, and the gang tackled him down.
Here's our second big-time
opportunity
for the Warriors. Fourth down here. What does Annapolis need to do?
Well, I think, again, play assignment football. That quarterback can find his receivers, but get in pressure right away, and then everyone just playing assignment football and get them down right away and get that ball back on the turnover on downs. See if we can hold them.
Now, this could be a punt here. They're going pretty tight.
Yeah, that's an interesting formation. They do punt. Yep, he's going to punt it. Oh, boy. Almost blocked by Jack.
There. But the pressure does create not many yards there for the New Braunfels Thunder on the punt. But like you said, he was right there for the opportunity.
Ooh, Jack Martinez actually overran it. If he just would have paused, he would have been right in front of the kicker. But actually his speed got him a little bit past, and it's about maybe, 20-yard punt, midfield.
Yeah, good pressure from Jack to create a not great opportunity there from New Braunfels. Annapolis still leads 12-0, or it's about the end of the first quarter here. What have you liked so far from the Annapolis offense, Mr. Lockyer?
Well, obviously able to run the ball, pound the ball, and then that opens up the play-action pass wide open, and New Braunfels is still trying to figure out how to do that.
Prime, back to Chuck. Chuck will run it this time.
Ooh, a little shake and bake.
Making moves.
Oh, nice move.
He's going to make one more.
Wow.
And they will say he just slipped out of bounds. Good run from the quarterback on that one.
Yeah, he gave a little shimmy shake, little fake. It was really nicely done.
And that's where Annapolis can be really creative. Do you think he's going to hand it off to Segundo? But when you have a quarterback that can also run, that's a dual threat that can just provide another thing for the defense to consider and give lots of headaches to the Thunder on defense.
A little different formation. You got Oren Prime under center, a pitch to Chuck, and then he decides to take it himself. And you can see a little pitch that faked one guy out, and then it took 2-3 guys to finally get him down to the ground.
That will pick up a first down for the Warriors. Prime pitches back to Truck. That ball's on the ground. And that play was blown up from the start after the fumble.
Yeah, that's one danger when you have so many people handling the ball, when you have those extra pitches. If it's not real precise or if someone's eyes get a little jumpy and not watch into their hands, and you can get that ball on the ground.
And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Annapolis, after the big play to start the game, will lead it 12-0.
Let's hear it for them as we see them compete incredibly in the Division I state championship game.
Well, we want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We're so thankful for them, and just appreciate their support.
Well, Mr. Lockyer, we're here. We're live from beautiful Dripping Springs, Texas. Great view of Central Texas here. A lot of Texas is just flat, but here you've got some nice hills. You got some nice mountaintops, if you will, for Texas. But a great setting for today's game, in which Annapolis has looked dominant so far.
Yeah, it really. You had to kind of weave your way into here, but yeah, it's a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful stadium, good turf field, and Annapolis showed a little bit of rust at first, made a few mistakes, missed an assignment, but again, defense stepped up. But their offense, though, I mean, they've just been pounding the ball, and then that opened up that play-action pass.
They've continued to be aggressive, as hopefully in this second quarter our offense can keep it rolling here as Annapolis has a second down. We switched the field here.
Yeah, that first quarter went pretty fast.
And some communication from the ref, just making sure everybody's in the right positions. Annapolis is going to spread it out here, it looks like. The 8th grader with some speed, Darian Wallace, on the far left sideline. Prime, back to Chuck, goes for the run. Spin move from Segundo.
Good spin move.
And he hits him with the truck stick as well. He said not one, but 2 moves on that one. Good spin cycle early from Segundo.
Yeah, that looked like that was going to go nowhere, and beautiful move by Jacob. You can see that right away they got someone in the backfield and had a little bit of trouble.
And there is a flag on the play, so we're waiting to see what the refs talk about here as they come together. But again, Jacob Segundo, the senior, off to a great start so far. Even if this play doesn't stand, he has just been aggressive. This is something he's been waiting for his whole life. He's been excited for this moment. And it does look like this play will come back after a hold on the Annapolis offense.
Yeah, you can see, even though there's a hold, you can see they got blown up right away. Spin move there. And then just lowers the boom, unfortunately. It's going to come back because of the penalty.
So now we've got second and forever for Annapolis. So a lot of yardage to make up, but look at where we are on the field. You would think we're in fourth down territory here as a six-man. You know, you got some big plays here for Annapolis and another chance for the Warriors. Darian again lining up on that single by himself on the left side. Prime gets the ball back. Chuck back to throw.
He's got some pressure.
Makes the throw, and he just throws it out of bounds after good pressure from the Thunder defense on that one.
Yeah. I think they had two deep routes. I think the Thunder figured out that Jake and Brogan are going out on the routes, and they got double coverage down deep, and nobody was open.
So Annapolis third down now. Their offense has been rolling so far to start this game, but starting to come to a little bit of a halt. What does Annapolis need to do on third down?
Well, honestly, I think they just need to pound the rock. I mean, they've been running the ball. Even a 5-yard, it's kind of like an 11-man, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. This, for 6-man, it's 5 yards in a cloud of dust. Just keep pounding the rock.
Annapolis spreads it out deep wide. Now you got a man in motion. It's Darian.
Some speed around the corner.
Darian makes a move and picks up a little bit there. Tries to get some of that yardage back like you talked about.
Yeah, good run there. I think they got maybe 8-9 yards on that, maybe 10. Looks like the mark's going to be generous. So that's a good little run.
So again, we're still pretty far back. It looks like it's going to be about 4th and 19, 4th and 18 for the Warriors here. But again, the ball's on the New Braunfels Thunder side, so I don't think we'll see a punt here. I think we'll see Annapolis continue to be aggressive.
They can be aggressive. It's still for 6-man. That's but even if it's a turnover on downs, it's going to put the Thunder in on their side of the field.
Here we go, Annapolis. Again, spreading it out. Jake Gwalney to the left, Darian and Prime to the right. Darian's in motion now. Fakes the handoff. Pitches back to Chuck. Quick throw to Jacob. Jacob's got space in front of him.
Got a little room. Can he get to the stick?
And it looks like a big play from the Thunder there, and he's just short of that first down yardage. Nice play from Annapolis with open field in front of Jacob, but just comes up a bit short on that 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, any yards is going to help the defense, and even though it's a little bit short on that 4th down, it does give us a little bit more of a cushion yardage wise. So not a bad play.
So that will set things back up for the New Braunfels Thunder. Annapolis still with the lead. Early on in the second quarter, they lead at 12-0 in this state championship game. Annapolis been waiting for this one. They've had a dominant season so far, blowing through the competition. But like Coach Garcia said in the keys to the game, that this will be their toughest task yet.
That's the way it should be. State championship games should be, they should be the 2 best teams.
New Braunfels back to pass. They will hand it off, and he's got some space. He finds an edge. He goes on the outside. It looks like Annapolis might catch him, and they do.
Wow.
But a big play from the Thunder. Finds the seam on the outside and able to just pound it through. And Annapolis struggling to get that run on the outside a couple times now we've seen.
Yeah, they did a really good job with a little bit of trickeration. We had guys in the backfield, but you can see that a couple of them went for the fake here on this highlight. You can see we got guys in the backfield, and they didn't know the up man got it, and everybody went thinking it was going to be a pitch, and then got the speed around the corner.
All right, like we saw before, Annapolis made a big play to stop him on the goal line last time.
First and goal.
So we'll see if they can do it again. Back to pass to New Braunfels. Good pressure.
There.
And that ball's again.
It's a scoop.
Annapolis.
It's a scoop.
Picks it up.
It's Ben Marsh.
It's Ben, the senior.
Oh, man.
And what a play.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness.
Annapolis with a big-time stop, not once but twice. This time, Chuck Brush wraps him up, and Ben Marsh was there to scoop it, and he wanted to score it, but just stopped a bit short.
You can't, oh my goodness, unbelievable. You can see the little bit of a bobble, and then he tries to redirect, and his ball came out again. Bad ball security, and there's the scoop by Ben. He had an escort. Couldn't quite get past it, but what an amazing play. Another turnover when they were threatening again. Unbelievable.
When Annapolis has needed a big play, they've been right there to make it. 2 huge goal line stands to keep this lead at 12 right now. From Annapolis defense, we go to Annapolis offense, as now the ball is on the New Braunfels side. Chuck Brush after the big sack under center.
Oh man.
Looks like both of them jumped, but they're going to get Jake Waltney on the false start.
I was going to say these quick changes, this is a chance for Annapolis to really drive home some momentum here. Twice turning them back, and then unfortunately that penalty is going to kind of slow that momentum down a little bit.
And that's why you can't take a break. Every play matters. New Braunfels with 2 chances. If they punch both of those away, we're looking at a tie game or even a lead for the Thunder. But Annapolis making big play after big play, able to hang on to this lead. They still lead at 12-0 with just under 8 minutes left to go in this first half.
Yeah, that is crazy. Let's watch this replay again. Got a little extra slow motion here. You can see, I don't know, this might be too slow. This is our first time trying this. You can see a little bobble there. He changes course, and that ball pops out early, and then boom, and Ben eyes it, and then away he goes. Beautiful job by the Warriors. Heads up play again, that pressure, and just Thunder lacking some ball security.
Yeah, even though you want to be able to stay alive, continue to make the play after losing the yardage, sometimes you just got to take the sack.
Yeah, he tried to do a little bit too much, but again, you could see that ball. He was juggling it before somebody popped him, and then that ball comes flying out. Ben, the senior, scoops and get big yardage on that.
Big plays from the seniors so far in this game. Great turnout from Warrior Nation here. We've got lots of people here in the stands, and we know we've got lots watching at home. We appreciate you tuning in on the Warrior Sports Network. We're back. There's just under 8 minutes to go in this first half. Warriors lead at 12-0. We've got first down at about midfield for Chuck Brush.
There's an I formation. There we go. Here we go. Let's pound the rock.
Handoff. Here's the 8th grader.
Breaks.
He's got some speed and some strength as he shows as he takes a man with him.
Carrying a man with him. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, I think they were trying to punch the ball out. Darian just kept his feet going, and good ball security by Darian, and just carried him for 5 yards.
He's got the speed, but great strength there from the 8th grader. Good run to get them back into striking distance. Second down and 15 to go for the Warriors.
I like the I formation. I like just staying and just pounding the rock. I mean, again, if we can get 5 yards, I know we're kind of behind the sticks here, but 5 yards a pop, and then that'll make that play action wide open.
Santi Pena snaps ball back to Chuck.
There's some Oren Prime.
Prime's got
time.
some space.
Watch out.
Cuts into the middle. Makes the move. And he is gone. Oren Prime time makes the play. A beautiful run to pile on the Annapolis lead. They take it to 18 now. 18-0 Annapolis.
Well, you can see that opening up. Great blocking up front as the little pitch play. They've been pounding it inside. Now get Oren on the outside. Good lead block. And then he just cuts back and then see ya.
And just like you said, that run game, when they are rolling, it is hard to stop. Annapolis surging through the middle. A great cutback from Prime to get that touchdown. He saw that open space and he wanted to score.
See if Alex can get on point here with the kick.
Good hold. And does it have the distance? Just
Short.
a bit shy, and Annapolis still not able to finish out that kick. But again, 3 scores for Annapolis, 3 stops for Annapolis so far in this game, as Annapolis has been rolling. And we talk about this game could look so much different if we hadn't made those 2 defensive plays.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge that we got those plays. Really unbelievable. Again, thank you, sponsors, for helping us out with all of this. Well, Coach Hayden, we're playing the Thunder, but we've been hitting lightning. Like our offense, lightning plays, and defense, that's where the electricity's been happening.
We've been bringing the lightning. You've seen the speed from those two young guys. We've got a sophomore, we've got an 8th grader, and then the senior, just that leadership. I talk to Jacob at PE all the time about how he's been looking forward to this moment. He's so excited about this season, and we heard it from the pep rally yesterday. He is really excited about this group of seniors. There's a great group of seniors this year that have just been leading this team. They've been together, some of them since the 6th grade, and they've just been continuing to battle this season through all adversity, and I think you talked about yesterday, fortitude, and that's something really the Warriors have shown so far.
Yeah, this season's been about fortitude, particularly this postseason. They've really had to show a lot of that virtue. Short kick, it's going to kind of float around there, and he's going to pick it. He went out of bounds, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know about the decision there. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but it maybe trying to just make a play.
Yeah, it was kind of a sidewinder kick by Alex, and it stayed in bounds. I think he was hoping it went out of bounds and decided to make a play, and then I think they're going to flag it as if he – I don't know if he intentionally did this, but if he grabbed the ball while he was out of bounds, that would be a procedure.
I'm not sure. It didn't look like he was out of bounds from our angle.
I thought he picked it up and then stepped out.
That's what it looked like. But, yes, they will flag us for the illegal kicking procedure, it looks like. So they'll be moving the ball up quite a bit on this one. As the Warrior Nation doing the YMCA, they're feeling good so far. They lead at 18-0. Again, a great showing so far from our ACA faithful. Lots of parents, lots of family, lots of friends, and just all the schools showing out today. We've got the pep band out there as well, making some noise with Miss Peterson down there. We love it. We love the school spirit. I always love the wah, wah, wah after the big play or the not-so-great play from the Thunder. So good start here for Annapolis. Let's see if they can keep it rolling. They spread us out. One man behind him. As, again, they're real patient on that snap.
Yeah,
they take their time.
Really take their time. Waiting for that late motion.
Send a man in motion. The pitch back, 24. It looks like he's going to run. He's got some space. And a good block to take out Chuck. And he's going to find the sideline, and he's going to be able to score it as a huge play from the Thunder with the quick answer after the score. And the New Braunfels Thunder are on the board for the first time in this game.
Yeah, they've been threatening. It hasn't been for lack of chances. They finally cash in. Annapolis playing a little bit, I don't know, just they only sent Jerry back to for pressure. And then everyone else went deep on a route and basically cleared out the field, and his speed around the corner was able to get into the end zone.
And, you just scored. You're still kind of thinking about the touchdown. You're thinking about the touchdown and how we're rolling, and then you give up the big score. So sometimes after you just score is when you're most vulnerable, as Annapolis, just a little asleep on that play, finds the New Braunfels Thunder with picking up 6, as we'll see is looking like they're going to kick this. They're moving the ball back just a bit. But a good run from the Thunder. They needed something to get on the board. They could not get into the half with 0. That would have just given all the momentum to Annapolis. But a good job from the Thunder to stay in this game, keep it at 12, and we'll see if they can add something here. And it does look like they're not going to go for the kick. They're going to go for the 1-point attempt. The pitch off back to 24.
Way back there.
Goes for the throw.
Throw it up. Nobody's there.
And incomplete pass. Good coverage from Jake Gwaltney on that one to make sure they stay at 6.
Yeah, the receiver went down. I think he was trying to get the Academy Award for acting, but no pass interference there.
No flags being drawn on that one. Annapolis leads at 18-6 now. 6:29 left to go in this second quarter. Again, it's been an all Annapolis so far in this first half. If you're just joining us, Annapolis literally scored on the first play of the game from the run from the senior number 43, Jacob Segundo. And Annapolis has just been pounding the rock like Mr. Lockyer talked about, absolutely dominating the run, getting a little bit involved in the passing game too on the nice touchdown from Chuck to Jake Gwaltney. But just fallen asleep just after the score. New Braunfels Thunder able to capitalize on the one big run, and they found themselves on the board here in this second quarter.
Yeah, the Thunder showed the potential for some big plays and finally capitalized on one. Annapolis' defense needs to, again, play good assignment football.
With a chance here, good job from Annapolis, and Santi Pena falls on it. So decent field position again for Annapolis. Their offense has been rolling so far, and we talk about it. Sometimes it can be boring to run the football, but it's not boring to win. And sometimes you just want to keep continuing to pound the rock. You know you might get some opportunities to throw, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This run game from Annapolis has been pretty tough to guard all season, and so far in this game, it continues to be true.
Yeah, I think Annapolis just needs to stick to that formula and just keep pounding the rock, Those extra, the big plays will come either through the run game or play action.
Keeping a tight formation now. Chuck under center. He's got Jacob behind him. Chuck fakes the handoff to.
Oh, got some room.
And it's
Oren
Prime.
again.
It's Prime. He makes a move and just wrapped up. A good fake. It looked like some of the defense was going to Segundo. He fakes the handoff to Segundo, finds Prime, and Prime with a big burst of speed up the middle.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. You can see Oren trying to use. They're going to Oren now as he's been able to use his speed to get into the middle of the field really fast and then make some moves.
We talked about so many weapons from this Annapolis offense. You've got Daring who can run. You've got Prime who can run. You've got Chuck. You've got Jacob. And even the big guys, Jake and Ben, have some speed as well. So Annapolis has lightning in all forms, and they continue to keep it tight. Chuck under center. Fakes the pitch. He's got room to throw.
He's got a man.
Jake.
Oh, wow.
And a blessing from the Thunder defense as they're not able to come up with that interception.
Yeah, I think he kind of airmailed that a little bit. He had Jake wide open.
Yeah, it looked like he couldn't really decide if he wanted to go to Jake or to Ben on that one. Thankfully, it was just underthrown enough to where the defense could not corral it. And a break from Annapolis there on that one.
Yeah,
second down.
That would have been disastrous.
But it just goes to the incompletion. You don't see the rest of that play. So it's
right.
second down. Chuck under center again. Fakes the handoff. He's got
time.
Big throw.
Way deep.
And a little too far on that one as Jake is not able to get there in time. A little overthrown. So we've seen two pass plays now from Annapolis after a big run. You wonder if they'll go back to the run here on third down.
Yeah, it feels like kind of going for a home run when it's really not necessary. I'd like to see him just keep pounding the rock. The big plays will come once you establish that run. The Thunder aren't biting on any of that. They're expecting those deep passes and double and even triple teaming those guys deep.
They've done a pretty good job after giving up the big touchdown to Jake early in the first quarter. They've done a pretty good job so far in the secondary.
Yeah, they've learned their lesson the hard way, and they've made some good adjustments.
Annapolis keeps it tight again with Segundo and Prime behind Chuck. Chuck under center, pitches back to Prime. Great block from Segundo.
Great block.
Prime finds the outside, picks up a good chunk of yardage there on the run, and will set up a fourth down for Annapolis.
Yeah, that was a crushing block, lead block by Jacob Segundo.
Segundo has been on fire in all aspects of this game so far, and it's going to be about fourth and maybe 9.
So I'm gonna play this in slow motion here. It's our new toy. So you can see the lead block just kaboom, just opening up the field.
Big play from the senior to get the block, give his running back some space, and a good pickup to set Annapolis in a position to where now it's fourth and manageable.
It's fourth and about maybe 9, long 9.
Chuck under center. Fakes a handoff. He's got lots
space.
of time. He could run it if he wants to. He goes and throws. He's got a man.
Oh,
it's Jake
beautiful.
Gwaltney. It's a touchdown. It's Annapolis all over New Braunfels on the offensive side. Big time throw from Chuck Brush. Find his man Jake for the second time today.
Yeah, there's the play action that we've been talking about. It's just pound the rock, and then the play action opens up big time. Beautiful catch, though. That was a good throw and catch. Chuck's been a little off target, but this one was perfect. Just laid it right into Jake's hands.
big play again. It was so nice they had to do it twice. The Chuck to Jake connection is rolling in this game. They've gotten 2 touchdowns. And it looks like now is Annapolis going to switch things up. They might go for the one. They're going for the one attempt here.
Alex having a little bit of trouble. I don't know if having a little bit of trouble with the extra point. I think they're going to try to get the single point instead of going for 2.
Switch in for the single point attempt. Micah Garcia out there with Jack Martinez to his left. Micah throws it to Jack. Jack cuts
Breaks the
inside.
tackle. He's in.
And he's in. A good play from the young guns of Annapolis. The freshman Micah Garcia gets the pass. Thrown to Jack, who makes a great move up the middle. And a good job, Annapolis, to convert on the 1-point attempt. It looks like New Braunfels has a man down, so hopefully he will be all right.
You can see the freshman. This is the future of Annapolis here. Micah first wanted that inside, and then he tosses it to Jack. Does a great job breaking that arm tackle, and then just lowers his shoulders as he gets in for the extra point.
And that guy from New Braunfels is still down, so our prayers go to him, and we hope that he's able to continue in this game. So we've got some time here as the New Braunfels coaching staff tends to the player. Again, we pray that he's able to continue going in this game. But a great job from the Annapolis offense so far. And just, we've talked about it. The biggest storyline in this game is when Annapolis has needed a big play, they've been able to convert. You had the 2 stops on defense to get the turnovers, and then a 4th down. You're just trying to get the first down, and you're able to come up with a touchdown.
Yeah. And Annapolis has been able, they responded well. The Thunder have had some big plays. They finally scored. It was kind of like, okay, are the Thunder going to gain some momentum? Immediately, we just marched down the field, scored, showed a lot of tenacity. The virtue that I talked about in the pep rally or the state send-off was fortitude, holding fast. This team has shown a lot of fortitude. They just keep pounding, and holding super fast, and once again showed it. They made the mistake, gave up the touchdown, but immediately next play and just kept driving through there and then responded like you want.
Absolutely, and you knew it wasn't going to be easy. We've talked about Annapolis has just been rolling through the competition, and they've seen a team in front of them. They've just been able to dominate, and it looks like that New Braunfels Thunder player was able to get up, so that's good news for the Thunder fans. But like we talked about, it doesn't matter who's been in front of them. They've been able to dominate. Now, their biggest task yet, but the mentality doesn't change. You continue to be aggressive. You continue to try to pound the rock inside. You continue not to say, oh, do we need to change stuff up because it's a better team? No, keep the game plan the same and continue to be aggressive.
Yeah, I like that we simplified the game plan. We tried some long bombs, and Chuck was a little off target. We settled back into that I formation, pound, and then we're able to get the play action, big pass. I think that's going to be our bread and butter if we just keep to that formula.
And I'm going to give a shout-out to Chuck, our quarterback. Last year in the state championship, they were here in Annapolis. They fell a little bit short. Sometimes when Chuck would make a throw that was an interception or maybe was a little off target, he would let that affect him, and the negativity would affect his whole game. He made a couple throws that maybe weren't the best, but then he makes a big play right after the mistake. So a quick memory there for Chuck, and a great job from Annapolis to forget about the negative plays, forget about the last play, move on, and a big play on 4th and 9 to score the touchdown for the Warriors.
Absolutely.
Still about 5:30 left to go in this first half. What does Annapolis need to do now on defense to, we got a big lead, but just a quick score from New Braunfels that can come back in this game, Mr. Lockyer?
Yeah, just good play, assignment football, keep tackling. There's Jack trying to rip the ball out.
He didn't just want the tackle. He wanted the ball himself. He's already got himself one.
Yeah, he was going for the ball there.
And a good job from Annapolis, led by the 8th grader, to bring him down on that one.
.5:20 left to go in the first half.
And just like you heard from Pastor Crane, Annapolis looking to get the stop here. Still time for New Braunfels. They were quick to answer after the score, so Annapolis needs to be careful to not give up the big play.
Yeah, New Braunfels has shown that they have the ability to do that. And
looks like they're going to take a timeout to talk things over.
Thunder.
all right, we're trying to get the score here.
And again, a good job from Annapolis to keep being aggressive. 4th and 9. You needed a big play. Annapolis was able to find it. But like we talked about, this 25-6, still 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. You don't want to let the New Braunfels Thunder score here. They were able to get a big-time play right after our score. So Coach Garcia will be talking to his boys about making sure we don't give up another big play. Don't give them any life heading into the second half.
Yeah, Annapolis. This is an important time. There's about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. I think Annapolis maybe thought, similar to other games, that they've been able to roll and be done by halftime. Certainly not the case here. Annapolis needs to kind of reset their expectations and just get ready. This is going to be a bit of a grind here.
Yeah, asking some of the boys before the game this week for some score predictions. Their expectations were pretty high. I won't quite say what some of those scores would be, but they were a little more than what we've seen so far. But now we're in the game. You still have a good lead, so you want to continue to be aggressive, continue to make plays here, as it looks like they're going to spread us all the way out on defense. They've got one man to his back.
It's like Ben, Jack coming in for
Pitches
the rush.
back to the quarterback.
Ben.
It's pressure. He's going to try to run it. And a good
Nice.
job from Annapolis to bring him down. Good chase down from Ben. There's a little extracurricular after the play. The Braunfels got to be careful. They don't want to pick up a flag for anything silly after the nice play on the run.
Yeah, Ben did a good job keeping him in front of him, made him go wide, and then Jack with the speed came around with the tackle and gain of maybe 2 yards.
And that's big for the Warrior defense. Only pressuring 2 and still able to give a lot of pressure to New Braunfels.
Yeah, that New Braunfels showing a lot of different spread formations. They've got 3 in the back, then 2, and then 1, and so they're kind of throwing a lot out there. And Annapolis needs to make. I think they're kind of settling in, finding the matchups they want to, making sure they've got the right assignments.
New Braunfels with 2 to their left, 1 to their right. Pitches back to the quarterback.
Going Ben.
Good pressure from Ben.
Oh, that ball's up in the air. Oh, wow.
A ball that was an opportunity for both the offense and the defense on that one.
Man,
I think New Braunfels is just glad it went out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. I'm not sure what the quarterback was thinking.
The ref had to watch out there. He was almost going to get run over by the pressure from Annapolis' defense.
Yeah, Orrin was there. He was dialed in.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a concession stand at the bottom of the
You can
bleachers.
see the pressure coming.
Forget to pick up your student athletes.
And then Ben did a good job keeping him in front of him, and then came in, and as he was throwing, get hit, and that ball was just fluttering in the air and almost picked off.
3rd down now for the Thunder. They're just trying to get back on the board to cut this lead down before the half. Annapolis' defense continues to pressure.
Here comes the speed. Now they sped it up. It's going to
Good
roll
pressure.
out. Little dump pass.
And he's able to make the pass. Big hit.
Kaboom.
Jacob Segundo not letting him get anywhere. Hits him with the hit stick.
Yeah, Jacob saw that play developing and couldn't quite get there to break up the pass, but definitely let him know that he was there. You can see he rolls out, little dump pass, and Jacob just zeroing in and then just blows him up.
And it's good to see number 98, Jonah Garcia, is out there for Annapolis.
Jonah's been patient. He's had the shoulder surgery and just doing some therapy, and now he's able to play on the very last game of the season.
That's really special. You know, a lot of guys who get hurt, they don't put in the work. He has been there every single practice, just waiting to heal up, and it's really cool to see him out there. He's on that defensive line with Jack. Only a freshman, so a lot of bright young stars for Annapolis as it's 4th down now. Braunfel's going to back to pass. Looking. Great pressure. Great pressure.
Boy.
He stays alive after a pass fake. He's got some room, but Annapolis is able to corral him short of the first down. It's going to be a turnover on downs for the Warriors.
Yeah, really good job. He kind of tried to get Jack ball faked and tried to buy some time, but really there was just not anywhere to go. You see Jack was back there in a hurry. Jonah was just kind of playing a little kind of shortstop rover back. And he gets around and then just converged upon.
And there's still a lot of time left in this first half. 3:50 left to go, and Annapolis finds himself with the ball again, wanting to continue to be aggressive, continue, as Mr. Lockyer said, he loves that run. I think I want to see some more of that run as well.
Yeah, I think they got plenty of time. They can keep running the ball, and then they'll open up the play action. It looks like, though, they're going for spread. That typically means some kind of toss play or pass.
You got 3 runners in there, though, so we'll see. And he does pitch it back to Darian. Darian's got some space. He finds the sideline.
Oh,
and he stays in.
Oh,
just out of bounds.
Ooh, boy, he had a lot of green in front of him if he would have just stayed in.
He was eyeing that end zone and you talk about the trickery you can use. It looked like it was going to be a pass, but in the backfield, you got 3 guys who can run the ball, and not just run it. 3 are probably of our best rushers, and a great job from Annapolis to confuse the Thunder on that one, and some good blocks from the line as well.
Yeah, they're in that spread formation. Little pitch to Darian. Darian was able to dance through a good block there, and then just couldn't quite stay in bounds there.
They're going to stay in that formation. They like what they saw. Brogan Easter under center, Jake and Ben on the left and right. We've got Jacob, Chuck, and Darian in the backfield. Chuck takes a snap, hands off to Segundo. It's an option.
Oh, did he stay up? Oh, reverse.
Makes a spin move. He's going to continue to go.
Oh, he's on his feet still.
He was not going to go down, as it looks like there might be a late hit on that one. There's a flag on the play. Segundo was down, and it looks like there may have been a late hit. They were trying to make a play on the ball and claim there was a fumble, but he was already down. So we'll see what the refs rule here. Segundo was not going to go down easily. He was trying to make a million moves on that one.
Yeah, you can see we're in that spread formation, 3 in the backfield. Got a lot of options there. Little pitch, and you can see he's got an option to Darian if he wants it. Fakes that, almost goes down, keeps his knee up, and then little spin cycle. He's got it's 3, 4 on 1, breaks through and couldn't quite break the ankle tackle there, and then looks like we got a late hit on Annapolis.
Oh, and unfortunately it's on Annapolis with the late hit, and that is not what you want if you're the Warriors.
Yeah, it's a little too overzealous.
That hurts you, as now you are back outside behind the original line of scrimmage on 3rd down. As just after a big play, it pushes you back a little bit more. So now 3rd down now for Annapolis. Looks like they're going to continue to stay in that formation with 3 guys behind the line of scrimmage. You've got Prime, you've got Darian.
There's a lot of options out of here. Remember, in 6-man football, you can't advance the ball past the line of scrimmage if it's a direct snap. But once you pitch it, then you have the option of running or passing. And so you can see why it'll go to the up back, and then it'll pitch back there to give that person an option of either to throw or run.
Prime will take the snap. He pitches back to Chuck. Chuck will look to run, maybe throw. He looks down. He finds Prime. Prime makes a move, cuts inside. He's looking for a block.
Directed traffic.
And a big play from Oren Prime to keep it alive for Annapolis. And a big chunk play, and it makes it a very manageable 4th down here.
Yeah, Oren got the ball. He breaks that initial tackle, and then he's directing traffic, trying to get some blockers organized in front of him, but nice play.
And it makes it about 4th and 2, 4th and 3 here for the Warriors. They can be creative here again. Do they go for the run, the pitch? You don't need a home run play. So we'll see what Annapolis does here. They take their time in the huddle. Still plenty of time to work with if they get this 1st down here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Annapolis still leads at 25-6.
Well, it was really great that Chuck, he had one guy on him and then drew the second person to open up Oren, and then Oren with the big chunk play to make 4th down pretty manageable.
Here's Annapolis with a big play. Prime pitches back to Chuck. He's got a room. He cuts inside, stiffs arm on the outside, and that's enough for the 1st down. Chuck Brush stiff arms the defense to pick up the 1st down.
Just plowed his way for a 1st down, would not be denied. That was really well done.
He did a little fake move. It looked like he was going to cut up the middle, decided at the last second to go on the outside because it was a one-on-one matchup at that point. He wasn't there at the 1st down, but he did need to make one last move, and he was able to do so with the stiff arm.
Nice block up front, and then he's got one man to beat, and he can't get around him. He's just going to drive him forward and finish across the sticks. Now it's 1st and goal.
Annapolis with another opportunity to cross that 30-point threshold early on in the game. Still the first half, and Annapolis has a big lead. They want to continue to pile it on. Jacob, and it's a design run for Chuck. Chuck got some moves.
Oh.
And a good tackle from New Braunfels to prevent the touchdown, but a big pickup on a designed quarterback keeper for the Annapolis Warriors.
Yeah, that was run all the way. Did a great job stepping out of the first tackle and then just lowered the boom on the second one.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause.
You can see right away it's going to be a design run. No hesitation. Steps out of that tackle and then just lowers the shoulder, finishing forward.
Our Annapolis band hitting them with the Florida State song as they get a shout out from the PA announcer. And a great opportunity now as that clock still rolling, about a minute left in this first half.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Annapolis can be comfortable with what they want to do. I think they still got a timeout as well.
Yep.
Segundo under center with Chuck behind him. Segundo back to Chuck. He's going to throw. Quick pitch to Segundo, and he will walk in. He doesn't want to walk in. He's going to hit him with a truck stick as well. He's going to make you feel the burn. That's a touchdown from the senior, number 43, Jacob Segundo.
Yeah, that play was opened up pretty quickly as everyone came in, and normally Jacob's been back to block, and instead he releases and just a little easy pass, and then finishing off.
He probably could have run that in, but he said, you know what, there's a guy in front of me. I might as well go through him.
Yeah, all three Thunder players went back for Chuck, leaving Jacob wide open, and he just walks in for a touchdown.
And that's another new wrinkle. We haven't seen too much of that in the Warrior offense. The quick throw after it's a pass, but it's a quick throw right up the middle, and Annapolis 31-6 now. And it looks like they're going to go for the 1-point attempt again. Able to convert it last time. We'll see what Micah can do. Gets the snap. Back to throw. He's got Darian to his right.
It's going to be low.
And it's a little underthrown. It will be no good. But nonetheless, Annapolis continuing to pile on the offense. They lead it 31-6 as we've got about 49 seconds left to go in this first half.
Yeah, really well done by Annapolis. They were able to just march down the field and then finish off with the touchdown.
Well, man, Mr. Lockyer, this Annapolis offense, this Annapolis defense, everything's been looking good so far. We talked about this. There's been some fumbles. There's been some hiccups. But, it's a state championship. This is a decent team that we're playing today, and it wasn't going to be easy.
Yeah, I mean, Annapolis has been off for 2 weeks. That's a long time, especially at the end of the season when you're kind of supposed to be fine-tuning to have basically 2 bye weeks in a row.
Yeah.
To come back in here, we knew there'd maybe be a little bit of rust. You can tell our expectations maybe a little.
Yeah.
And now everything's kind of just calibrated. I think Annapolis now starting to really dial in and starting to get rolling.
We're back on planet Earth now.
Yeah,
so
right,
we
yeah.
know, okay,
Yeah.
this scheme is actually pretty solid. We need to continue to be aggressive, continue to be strong. And Annapolis' defense, again, 50 seconds is plenty of time for 6-man. So we'll want to make sure we get a stop, get to this half with the big lead, and not give up anything big. Because New Braunfels is going to want to be aggressive here with 50 seconds left to go.
They've shown they can have a quick strike.
Annapolis going for the onside, not successful. As New Braunfels will have good field position. Again, still plenty of time for 6-man. 49 seconds left to go. And so Annapolis defense will need to be dialed in. They've given up one big play so far after the score in this game. That was the only touchdown, was scored right after an Annapolis touchdown. So not wanting to give up another big play here.
Yeah, absolutely not. And in 6-man football, time feels like an eternity. Things can happen so quick. Annapolis needs to play good assignment football, get guys to the ground right away, continue that good pressure with the quarterback.
They'll rush 2 again. Jonah Garcia and Jack Martinez in there. On the left and the right. Here comes the pressure. He makes a move. Quarterback pressured by Jonah.
Good job staying in front of him. He's
not able to juke him, but he has a man. Oh,
nice.
Great defensive pressure from the 8th grader, Darian Wallace.
Yeah, that was really well done. Jonah did a good job keeping him in front of him. It was almost like kind of a shadow drill. And then Darian did a good job coming up from behind and making sure that ball was not going to get caught.
Yeah, big play from Jonah to just contain. It's so tempting to want to go sack him and get the big play, but he has some moves. We've seen him run early on in this game. He's got some nice juke moves, but Jonah was not fooled there.
Yeah, really nice job. And that's really, in 6-man, if you don't play assignment football, if you let your guy go, there's a lot of green in front of him. So Jonah did a good job just keeping him in front of you.
41 seconds left to go on the incompletion. Helps out New Braunfels. Still time left on the clock. 2nd down and 15 to go for the Thunder.
Jack and Jonah looks like they're both coming, and they do.
More pressure from the Warriors. Good block on Jack. He's got time to throw it, but
Jonah's
here comes
there.
Jonah.
Oh, he's gonna flip
that
it up
ball's
in the air,
and
Oh.
great hustle
Wow.
from Segundo, number 43. He tried to get the last-second interception, and again, that's the second time that there's been some balls in the air after pressure from the Warriors. That quarterback's just letting it fly and floating that ball up with opportunities for Annapolis to capitalize.
Yeah, that was another dangerous ball. You could see the good pressure again from the two. We had Jonah and Jack coming back quickly. He was in trouble again, and he just couldn't quite shake Jonah. Jack was there, and then he just threw that ball off his back foot. Another flutter. Good pressure there. He tries to get around Jack, and then Jonah breathing down his neck, and then throws it off his back foot. The ball's up in the air. Just couldn't quite make that play.
Nonetheless, great job from Annapolis to get the incompletion. It's 3rd and 15 again, 32 seconds left on the clock in this first half. Again, that pressure from Jack and Jonah. And he makes a move, stays alive.
They're keeping him in front of him.
Keep
That's
running.
good. He's gonna run. He's gonna try to get through there.
And he's not
good
going to be
pursuit.
able to. Great job from the Jonah and Jack tandem to not allow anything there. And Annapolis will take the timeout.
Yeah, the Jonah and Jack are absolutely just taking over this game as he cannot shake these two. You can see that he wanted to run. He got stopped there. Jonah keeps his feet, and now he gets closed in on, and both Jack and Jonah finish him off, and it's just maybe a 1-yard gain, 2-yard gain. Really well done.
It's been great pressure so far from the young duo. And we talked about, we got a big group of seniors this year, and they've done a great job leading this team, making sure Annapolis has been strong and dominant this year. But now, look into next year. You don't want to get too carried away. You want to stay, today is the day that the Lord has made, but still kind of getting excited about the future. We've got some talent. We've got some 8th graders who will be freshmen next year. We've got some sophomores who will still be on the team. And these freshmen making big plays. It's really nice to see Jonah out there as well. He's got some height, and we haven't really seen too much of what he's got to offer this year. And so far, I really like what I'm seeing from him.
Yeah, again, he's got some size and definitely got speed. We've got, that's just a deadly combination in football. Annapolis starting to unleash itself. We talked about dialing in. I think they've kind of got the Thunder offense kind of figured out, and see if we can make a big play here.
Yeah, 24 has been shown to, if he has space, he will take advantage of it. So now only one rushing here for Annapolis. That's Jack Martinez, the 8th grader, continuing to bring the pressure.
Yeah, so it's 4th and long, and you've got two people way deep, just trying to keep everyone in front of him.
Jack, he's got a block here, but Jack's still putting pressure. Here comes
the
run.
Run, and he's going to try to ground Chuck, and
a
that's not happening.
big-time play from Chuck Brush. He had open field in front of him, but he was not able to stop him. And a timeout now from the Thunder, as it will bring up, I believe,
7 seconds left to go.
There's still time on the clock.
There's still time on the clock, and that will be, it looks like, Annapolis ball now. That was 4th down.
Yep, so he tried to get around Chuck, and Chuck just able to get enough of his ankles to get him down the ground. Really well done.
7 seconds. We'll see if Annapolis wants to be conservative, but so far with this this Warrior team
like
this
they're lining
season,
up like they're going for a big play.
This Warrior season, we have not seen a lot of conservatism. So Annapolis maybe trying to get a last-second Hail Mary here. Micah Garcia in there now to end it out for the half. Jacob Segundo back there as well. Takes a snap.
He's going to let it. No, he's.
Micah finds Jacob. 3 seconds on the clock. This will be the last play of the half, but Jacob just trying to stay alive, and he's able to be brought down by the New Braunfels Thunder. And they will be able to stop the bleeding. 31-6, though, not a bad half from the Warriors at all. 31-6, they lead it. This is the 2024 state championship game. Annapolis rolling offensively, rolling defensively, and got themselves a nice lead early on in this game.
Yeah, really nice job. It was really. It was Annapolis' defense that really kind of kept them in the game initially with some big plays when Thunder were threatening, and then their offense starting to roll, and now both offense and defense getting dialed in.
Well, again, we thank you for joining us so far. on the Warrior Sports Network. We know we've got lots of the Warrior faithful watching at home. We wanted to take a quick break here at the halftime, get some snacks, get a drink, use the bathroom if you need to, but be right back here in 14 minutes. This is the 2024 state championship game. Annapolis leads it 31-6 at the half.
Speech and learn what
different religions, and time again Christianity would prove true and faithful.
One of the key tenets of ACA's curriculum is social graces and spiritual graciousness. We infuse that into our curriculum. Every class, we are praying, we are working on our relationships between teachers and students, and we're ensuring that the students also are working on their relationships, not only each other, but also with God at all times.
All that I learned at ACA led its way to give me a more growth and a hunger for His Word, and really seek it as His daily bread and crave it and live by it. Only then could I truly see the hurt that is all around the world, and especially on a college campus, and live my life as towards God's will, and live out the verse in Romans 12:2. Do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind and spirit. Only then could you do His good, pleasing, and perfect will.
And we want to welcome you back to the Warrior Sports Network. This is Hayden Wickwar and Mr. Lockyer here with you live from beautiful Dripping Springs, Texas, in central Texas, where we've got the hills and valleys. Beautiful, nice, sunny day here. Birds flying all around. A very nice stadium here at Dripping Springs as the Annapolis Warriors are here at the 2024 TCAL State Championship game. It's Annapolis versus the New Braunfels Thunder, and so far it has been all ACA. They have led it 31-6, and we've seen a dominant Warrior team, Mr. Lockyer.
Yeah, they struck early with some touchdowns. Thunder threatened a few times. Annapolis able to turn back with some amazing defensive play, and then through kind of some ups and downs, Annapolis able to dial in and really finish that second quarter pretty strong.
Annapolis did receive the first half kickoff, so they will be back to kick here. Is Alex looking to send it deep to the Thunder? Both teams have had time to talk it out, regroup, maybe a little more so on the Thunder side, and we'll see what the second half has in store. That ball will roll to the end zone. He's going to pick it up.
It's a dangerous play. He's got some room, though.
He's got some speed, but good job there from Darian Wallace to tackle him out of bounds.
Yeah, he picked it up about 5-10 yards into the end zone and then tried to bring it out and had a long way to go, and Darian ushered him out of bounds, and they're well into their own territory, I think on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, maybe should have just let that one go into the end zone, but again, you're down 31-6. You might just be trying to make a big play to get your team back into the game. Still a lot of time left. If New Braunfels doesn't get 45, they still got 20 minutes of game time left in this game. A lot of opportunities in six-man. We've seen what teams can do, how we can come back. We've had a couple comebacks last season where, in six-man, we've even seen in this game, one play equals a score sometimes. So we'll see what New Braunfels can do here and if they can capitalize early. They start out in that spread formation again.
Looks like Jake's going back there.
And they're going to run it.
Oh, Jake with a great tackle.
And a big tackle from Jake Gwaltney. And you could kind of tell that might have been a design run. 24, who's been the quarterback for most of the game, he was on the side that time. So a little new formation there for the New Braunfels Thunder.
Yeah, he thought he could just sneak through there, and Jake with the long arm grabs him and just drags him down, tries to squeeze through there, and Jake just grabs jersey and just levels him. Big tackle for loss.
A good start for this Warriors defense again as second down. And about 22 now for the Thunder, really almost in their own end zone. Some of their guys are.
Yeah, this is where Annapolis' defense can start pinning their ears back.
Gets a snap, pitch back. Now 24 is back there. They've got an opportunity. He's got to watch that backside. Almost a safety.
He got hit as he throw.
And he's going to be a little sore after that one. Great pressure from the Warrior defense.
Yeah, he's living dangerously. He's hanging on to that ball, and then last second trying to toss it, but he got hit as he threw, and he kind of stayed down for a second or two. He got popped pretty good.
Well, and he had to be careful of the back line of the end zone. Remember, it's not the actual 11-man end zone. It's where that pylon is. He was dangerously close to that white line, and it was almost a safety if he would have stepped there.
Yeah, Jack gave him a big pop at the end.
Third down now for the Thunder after another great pressure from the Warrior defense. They're picking up right where they left off after the first half. See if the Thunder can find just an answer. They've got two now to their left. They're bringing a little more protection now. See if they can set up their quarterback with a little more time to throw.
Yeah, Jake and Jack have been just dominant already these first two plays.
Here they come again. Here's Jake. Here's Jack. They got a little more time back now. 24.
Jack's giving lots of pressure.
And that's a
safety.
What are they going to call?
He stepped out of
and it's
bounds.
A safety.
Yeah.
The Annapolis defense gets a huge start to this second half. He had a lot of time to throw, but he kept holding on to the ball, and the continued pressure from Jake and Jack leads to the Annapolis safety.
Yeah, that's one of the things about playing on an 11-man field. There's lines everywhere, and he just lost track where he was on the field. And they initially blocked him, and then Jack squeaks through there and then pushes him all the way to the back line and steps out of bounds.
And we almost saw that on the couple plays ago. Got to be careful. There's a lot of different lines on the field. This has, you can see the yellow. There's a soccer field lines. You can see the blue. That's a baseball diamond. And then you've got 6-man and you've got 11-man. So a lot of different lines, but he stepped on the one he didn't want to step on.
Yeah, you can see that he really, like, right away, he was already in the end zone. And then when Jack broke through, he just keeps going back, and he's way out of bounds. You can see the pylon. He's well out of bounds by the time Jack gets to him. Great pressure.
That brings it to 33-6 Annapolis. And not only that, whenever you get a safety, you get the ball back. So Annapolis scores 2, and they'll get the ball back to start this second half. That's huge, especially after just kicking off to the Thunder.
Yeah, this is, I don't know how many safeties the defense have gotten this year, but they have put so much pressure. Their recipe for success is big tackles for loss, keep pushing them back, and then finish the job. And when you get points on defense, that just, man, that's hard to overcome.
Yeah, they've gotten quite a few safeties, especially at home. We remember seeing a bunch of defensive plays from the Warriors. And I don't believe you can do an onside kick here. I think you still have to kick it off.
Well, you can, but
you can.
Better be careful. Oh, no, that ball's live. Yeah, you can onside kick, and I think –
looks like they may have gotten it.
yeah, we're just thought it wasn't going to go 10 yards, and then it got touched and mishandled, and it's going to be a turnover to the Thunder.
That's a little bit of a rule change from the normal football where they don't just get to punt the ball back. They could still onside kick it.
Yeah, so Annapolis just needs to – and really, honestly, I mean, it was a bonus possession anyway. Annapolis just needs to settle in and just play good defense.
Like we talked about, it's not going to be the most perfect game that we've seen from the Warriors throughout the year. You are playing a better team today. Coming off of a couple weeks of rest, got to make sure you just continue to be dominant. Doesn't matter about the mistakes. What matters is getting the dub. 21, hands back to number 5 now. Quick pitch to 21. Jake wraps him up out of bounds, and a good job from Jake to allow no gain on that one.
There's that combination. Jack with the quick pressure, a little dump, and then Jake's there and just pushes him out of bounds, and they're behind the sticks. This tackle for loss, it's a 3-yard loss, and this is where Annapolis' defense really starts rolling when they get those tackle for losses and they get them behind the sticks. This is where Annapolis' defense really starts rolling.
You see New Braunfels trying to mix it up a little bit. They've been going with 24 as their quarterback for most of the game. They switched it up the second half, maybe trying to get him more involved on the big play as he's now wide to the left. They've got that same quarterback in the backfield now. Here's number 5. He's got a little bit of space.
Oh, that ball's up for grabs. Oh,
and he's able to find a man wide open as Jacob lays into him to prevent the big-time score, but they still get the big-time play as he was wide open on the pass. And that was impressive because that ball was
hung up there.
It hung up there. There was good pressure from Annapolis, but able to make the catch and a big play from the Thunder.
Yeah, I think just some miscommunication, and I think, Coach is going to take a timeout. They sent a lot of people out on the route, and Annapolis kind of got confused as who was guarding what, and that guy was wide open. That ball hung up there forever, but he was so wide open, they got to him, and that was a big pass play for him.
And you wonder, why would Coach Garcia be yelling right now? Why would he be frustrated? You're up 33-6. But he knows, as just like these players can know, that if you let New Braunfels score early, it's still 7:30 left in the third quarter. If you let them score early, give them a sniff of hope, they can get themselves back into this game. So Coach wants to dial in the defense, make sure they don't give up a score here early on in this third quarter. And we've seen they've had the ball lots of times in our red zone. And actually, they haven't even scored when they've been in the red zone. The one time they did score was on a big play from their own side of the field. So Annapolis' defense, when they've been on our side of the field, has been pretty solid.
Yeah, they're going to need to kind of get themselves regrouped. Again, they got the safety and then did the turnover on the onside kick. It was going to be a bonus possession anyway. They really need to just realize that this is just they just need to dial in for defense and get this big stop.
The Thunder will spread us out again, keeping 24 as a receiver again. Number 5 still back as the quarterback. 11 pitches it back to him. He's got a little bit of time, makes the throw, and he finds his guy, and he is able to toe tap it in there.
Yeah,
nice catch.
Nice little throw and catch.
And you maybe see why they wanted to put 24 on the outside being able to catch, because not only can he throw, it looks like he can catch as well.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get athletes in space. They like to throw those kind of medium range, those 5-10 yard outs, and that quarterback did a nice job getting that ball there in a hurry, and he was able to get his both feet down.
And that's nice if you're the Thunder. You can be able to switch your game plan up a little bit, have 2 guys that can throw the ball, and now they're able to find some rhythm here in this second half. Second down, Rushing one from Annapolis. He's got some time. Here comes the pressure.
Ooh.
Almost falls down. He's going to run it now. He's got some space. And Annapolis brings it down as Jake Gwaltney with the tackle, but a nice pickup there for the Thunder.
Yeah, Jerry Jerry kind of olayed him, and then he got once you break that initial pressure, those quarterbacks, they have a lot of green grass in front of them, and thankfully Annapolis is able to converge on him. It's still third down and third and maybe 3.5.
Third down and short. New Braunfels can be a little creative here. They haven't really had a drive that's been start to finish all the way through. Like we talked about, the only time they scored in this game was on one big play. But this has been a nice drive from the Thunder so far. They'll want to capitalize on it. They're going to continue to keep that same formation, 24 by himself on the far right.
Annapolis typically liking to rush quite a few people because they have so many receivers out. They've got to keep everyone out playing pass coverage and only able to rush one, maybe two.
They send a man in motion. 21 back to pass now, and it looks like that play is going to be dead from the start. I wonder if there was an illegal motion or an illegal man down the field because there was a flag down.
Yeah, I think 24 moved early. He knew he was going to get the ball, and I think he got a little antsy. You can see the game plan is now try to get 24 the ball. Looks like they're trying to get their athlete in space.
Well, and that's where they struggled the first half. You know, you could tell 24 has been their best player this whole game. But even though he's making the throws in the first half, he hasn't really had the time to show off his athleticism because the pressure from the defense has just been too great. So you can tell, and they're going to wave off the flag. But you can tell they're just trying to get him more involved. Number 5's doing a pretty good job not making too many mistakes so far in this second half. He's doing a good job under center, finding his guy, but it will bring up a fourth down. So a chance here for Annapolis. We talk about this game so far, they've been able to make big plays when they've needed them most.
4th and 3.5, maybe a short 4.
They've got 2 guys to his left.
Looks like Annapolis is going to send 2 this time instead of just the 1.
Takes a snap. 5. Back. Jack. Pressure.
Oh.
Gets it off barely. 21.
He's got
closed in by Prime.
Nice.
And the Warrior defense is able to make the stop. Good initial pressure by Prime. And then the rest of his Warrior squadron came in with the pressure. Jonah was in there. Jack and Segundo and the whole Warrior defense making a big play. We talk about it. That's huge for Annapolis to limit them to 6 on the scoreboard.
Yeah. He was trying to go for something deeper that was well covered, and then dumps it off, and then Annapolis with a great pursuit finishes him off, gets the turnover on downs. Really well done.
Great job from Annapolis to, again, get the stop when they needed it most. If New Braunfels would capitalize on their opportunities, this would be a much closer game. They've had 3, almost 4 opportunities to get on the scoreboard, but the Annapolis defense has stood tall when they've needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how many times has Annapolis been able to, this whole season, hold teams on 4th down and get that turnover on downs and get their offense back on the field?
Now let's see what the Warrior offense can do in the second half. You've got Chuck, and here comes Darian. He's got a little bit of space, finds a seam, cuts back in the inside. Here he comes on the left side.
Watch out.
And he's going to be wrapped up just out of bounds. Looked like there might have been a block in the back that wasn't called, but we're not going to worry about that from Mr. 55. We're just going to keep on rolling. So it looks like the Warriors will continue to roll with their run game. That play looked like it was dead, but Darian cut back on the left side to find a seam.
Yeah, I can see the athleticism, the speed. Couldn't quite get around the corner, but if he did, that would have been off to the races.
Second down now for the Warriors. 2nd and 2. Can be a little creative here. You
Yeah.
got Eli Oliver to the left, Ben Marsh to the right. Chuck, Jacob, and Darian again back in the backfield. Jacob pitches it off to Darian. Darian, he could throw if he wants to. He's going to run it. He's got space.
Oh.
Makes a move.
Uh-oh. Watch out. Watch out.
And he might be gone. He's still got a space. One man to beat. He cuts inside, and he will go all the way. The 8th grader finds the pylon for the touchdown.
He was so patient. You didn't know what he was going to do. Looked like he might throw it, and then even when he was running, he just was so patient to wait for his blocks and get that cutback angle.
He was holding that ball out because he said nobody's going to get that ball from me.
Yeah, it looks like Deion Primetime running with the football when he was in Florida State.
My goodness, great job from Annapolis to just confuse the defense. Everybody thought he was going to pass that, and a great job from Darian to stay patient, pick up those blocks, and a good job from the line, too, to find that huge hole.
There we go.
And Annapolis is able to get on the board. Big time. Coach loves to see it from Alex, and that's big. He's had a tough start in the game early, but Coach was very hyped up. He was actually at the halftime. He was on the field working on some of those kicks. A new field might be a little different on the distances as well, or the height, if you will, and he's able to convert on a huge play for the Warriors.
Yeah, that was nice to see Alex back on track. It's great getting 2 points instead of 1 for those extra points, but how about Darian with that run? Just so patient, just finding the space, using his speed when he needed to, but also just patiently waiting for blocks and the space to develop, and then just cut back and then sauntered into the end zone like he's going for a little Sunday jog.
He's been loving this season so far. I talked to him before the game. He was part of that overzealous group. He was like, Coach, I want to get to 20. I want to get, because he was at 16 touchdowns in the season. I was like, I don't know, 4 might be a lot to ask for, but there's 1. He might need 3 more, but a good start for Darian nonetheless. He's been a great force for this Annapolis offense as Alex will kick it deep.
Oh, through the wickets.
Out of bounds for the touchback. Good kick from Alex after picking up the 2-point kick.
Alex looked like he's back on track with this kick. Just blasted right through the guy's hands into the end zone.
Annapolis leads it 41-6 now in the second half.
Yeah, it's been since the end of the second quarter, Annapolis starting to ramp up. The Thunder with some big play offensively, but then Annapolis able to get that big 4th down stop, and then started handing the ball to Darian, and then he did his work.
Now, New Braunfels' offense has been able to find some momentum in this second half. They were able to march down the field in the first drive, but they've just been not able to finish the drive off and punch it in when they're in the red zone. But New Braunfels' offense has been looking better. We'll see what they can do here. Really needing an answer to get themselves back into this game.
So sending Chuck back there, and Jack is going to
Number 5 trying to make a move, but he's corralled by Chuck Brush, and the Warrior defense continues to not give up a single yard. Well, they give up literally a single yard here on this one, but that's not too shabby.
Yeah, it looks like the coach sent a little bit different look on the rushing, a little extra speed there, and converged. Really nowhere to go.
That's the nice thing. When you have a lot of different playmakers, you can throw a lot of different looks at it. It becomes finally, when you start running the same thing over and over and again, it's easy to start to read it, start to figure it out what they're going to do. But Annapolis just been throwing everything they have at New Braunfels so far.
Let's see, this looks like Chucks and Jack are going to be the 2 rushers, 3 in the backfield.
24 is back, and he will run it. He's got some space if he can make a move. He does. He makes another one, but a good tackle from Segundo to not give up the first down. He will be about 3 yards short there, but a nice run from 24.
Yeah, well, it's one of the things when you send speed rushers, sometimes they get a little too overzealous and get up the field too much, open up that field, and once he gets past the initial pressure, there's a lot of green in front of him, and he got around Oren, but thankfully Jacob was there to clean him up, and now it's third and 3.
3rd and 3
maybe
now.
4, yeah.
About 3 for the Thunder. As again, their offense looked better than they did in the first half. Able to move the ball down the field. They are going to go back to 24, the last play and this play as under center.
I'm guessing it's going to be a run if he's back there.
When he's had the ball to throw, there has been great pressure from the Warriors, so he hasn't able to. He had a 1 or 2, but there hasn't been too many deep throws from 24 as the ball's being pitched back to him. He has some time. He's going to throw. And incomplete. Tried to find his man along that sideline, but was just out of bounds. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, good pressure again. 24, he kind of likes to hang on to that ball and kind of wait for the last minute. And then what happens is he's getting hit as he throws. You can see as he's getting pursued on the backside. Jack's there, and once again, another quarterback hit and off target with his throw.
Annapolis has had quite a few turnovers on downs in this game so far. They put in some of their heavy hitters again. We've got Chuck, we've got Jonah, and you've got Prime primed to rush that quarterback and provide that pressure. It's 4th and 3, ball at close to midfield, as New Braunfels just trying to stay alive in this game. They're down big, 41-6, late in this third quarter. They need this fourth down if they want any chance to get back into this game. Warriors defense looking to shut them out here.
Jonah and Chuck will be the pressure coming. There's only one person blocking. 11's moving back there to help block.
24 goes to the pitch to 5. He's got some space.
Oh, so close. Oh,
and Jake Gwaltney
nice
comes in,
tackle.
and he pushes him back a whole bunch, and he's going to be short of the first down.
Wow.
It's a big play from the senior on defense and a huge stop for Annapolis.
Yeah, that was huge. It looked like he was going to get the first down. He was able to get past some initial pressure, but beautiful tackle. You can see the pitch. He cuts back here. Looks like he's going to make it, but here comes Jake with a huge hit and then just carries him back, and that's another turnover on down.
Great job again from the Warrior defense. They've made so many big plays on the defensive side. And usually we're used to seeing the interceptions. We're used to seeing the fumbles, but going the old ground and pound way. Fourth down stops the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Usually in 6-man, 4th and 3, that's just a gimme. Like it's like a 1-foot putt in golf, but Annapolis has been able to just absolutely shut the door on that.
Looked like we had some miscommunication on the clock. Brogan Easter now under center, or on the snap for the Warriors. Got Ben Marsh. It looks like Eli Oliver on the left side. Darian, quick handoff to Jacob. He's going to run.
Nice.
Fakes the handoff. He's got more to space to go, and he just gets brought down by the Thunder. He had a lot of open space in front of him. Nice little fake to Chuck on the option, but good run up the middle for Segundo.
Yeah, they froze the defenders. He did a good job with the little head and shoulder fake and was able to split the defenders once and even twice to get a big gain. See him slice through there and then cut back through there. A nice first down run.
Big play from Segundo and this Warrior offense. They're marching on the door now inside the red zone.
Yeah, when you can get those big chunk plays, especially running the ball, that just sets everything up because eventually they're going to have to defend that run and that pass is going to be open.
Darian pitches back to Chuck. Chuck's got some space. He's going to run it. He makes a move. He cuts to the right side. Breaks a tackle, and he's in.
Oh.
Chuck Brush.
Wow.
Crosses the goal line for the touchdown. Warriors lead it 47-6 now. Annapolis can taste it. They are one touchdown away from the 45 from bringing home that state championship.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get tackled short, but I think the guy actually tackled him into the end zone.
He almost did a somersault, it looked like.
Right there, he just threw him in there. And another touchdown for the Warriors. Pep band playing our fight song. Hey, things are rolling now.
We fear only God at Annapolis, and Annapolis is one touchdown away now after this 2-point conversion, as Alex looks like he looks primed and ready to kick this through the uprights. Micah
There's
with
a
the
good
hold.
Snap.
Good kick.
That looks good. Yep.
And Mr. Easter was already prematurely blowing that horn because he knew it was going to go in.
Yeah, Alex back on track. That's great. That's such a great weapon to have with being able to kick those 2 extra points instead of the 1. It's opposite from what it is in 11-man. 11-man, you typically see them kick the extra point for 1, but in 6-man, it's just the opposite. When you kick it, you get 2.
And another one of our young guns. We've got Alex for a couple more years after this. And now with that kick, it brings it to 49-6. Annapolis with the lead. They only need one more score in this game to clinch the state championship game.
Yeah, it's they're after a little bit of rust, kind of trying to figure out the Thunder. They were throwing a lot of different formations. I think Annapolis dialed in, kind of figuring them out, and now really rolling.
Annapolis, this has been a long season for these Warriors. We were talking about before the season even started how excited the coaches were, how excited everybody was because they knew this was going to be a big year across the board. You have some youth, you have some veteran leadership from the seniors, and you've got so much talent on this team. And the brotherhood, the teamwork, the camaraderie that you've seen in this team this whole season has been incredible to watch. They've been dominant every time they step on this field. And it's shown so far tonight. Uh-oh, 24 makes a move.
Oh, no.
And it looks like the Warriors will have to play a little bit longer this game as they give up the kick return to 24. And just like we talked about, both times that the Thunder have scored has been right after an Annapolis score, and that's not what you want to do. You just scored, but now you give up the touchdown to the Thunder.
24 is their athlete. He'd been trying to make a play. The time before, the ball just got out of his hands, and this time he was able to snag it and got a nice block and just really was able to get right upside on the right side of the field. It really opened up for him.
So this is a big play here. It's 37-point lead now for the Warriors. So only down by 8 still. Still a one-possession game. So Annapolis will want to make sure they get this stop here because they could potentially get a one-stop, one-score still, even with the touchdown being scored.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. See if we can get someone around the edge to maybe get a block. Oh, that's not going to work. He's in big trouble.
It's been blown up from the start, and Annapolis will pick it up, and they'll blow it dead. They wanted to return that to the house.
Yeah, typically if you get a dribbler back there, you as the holder, you're trying to make a play. He tried to he tried to hold it up, and Annapolis just grabbed it right out of his hands.
So that's a big play because Annapolis still one possession away from closing this out. You hate to give it up, but honestly, that might just speed it up a little bit for Annapolis.
Yeah, it was. I said that it was a little bit of a risky thing. They haven't done that before. You think that they would try to go for the short point. You can see it dribbled back there, and he still tried to set it up. And you've got, I think Darian was back there and just tried to grab it out of his hand. Typically, you're going to try to run a play off of that to get the point, and not try to. Once the timing's off, you're not going to get that kickoff.
So New Braunfels knows that Annapolis is one score away now from clinching this state title. They're probably going to do an onside kick here so they don't give them the ball back.
About an extra man to that right side.
Good kick, it's bouncing, but good hands from the sophomore. Brogan Easter, not going anywhere. Takes a quick knee. And Annapolis, they've had this journey this whole season long. We've talked about they are one score and 1 2-point kick away from closing it out. What do they need to do here, Mr. Lockyer? They can smell it. They can almost taste it. How do they finish this game?
Well, I think what we've seen is Annapolis' success has been on the ground game, whether it's just ground and pound in the I formation or whether they spread it out with the little option game. Either way, they need to stick to the run game, and I think they're gonna just pound it all the way into the end zone.
Looks like Micah Garcia will step under center here for the Warriors. Jacob Segundo back as well. Darian in motion, and it looks like there's going to be motion as the snap was happening, and it'll be a false start, or an illegal motion, on the Warriors.
That'll set them back 5 yards.
Not the start you want when trying to close it out here.
Yeah, when you have a new quarterback in there, sometimes the cadence and some things get off, and I think just Annapolis needs to stay focused and make sure they get the proper timing and all that going.
Jake Gwaltney back in there for Annapolis on the far left side. You've got Santi Pena with the snap, Darian and Prime, 2 speedsters on the right side, and Jacob Segundo back there in the backfield as well for Micah Garcia, the freshman.
Micah, mostly a throwing quarterback. So if he's back there, you're typically going to see a pass.
Here comes Darian in motion. Segundo with the quick pitch. He's got a man. He's got Darian, the 8th grader. Good move. Big cut. Hit him with the juke. Where are you going? Darian Wallace feeling himself after that one.
Yeah, he's once he gets going, he's hard to get down, and one of the Thunder players learned that the hard way.
We've seen that connection a few times this year when Micah gets in. He has that nice relationship with D on that quick little catch and go route. They found each other a couple times for a couple touchdowns at Annapolis. But it looks like this third quarter will come to an end with a good play for Annapolis to set up their hopefully last drive of this game. Ball's at about midfield. It's the end of the third quarter. Annapolis leads it 49-12, one score and 2-point kick away from winning their state championship after their undefeated season. Can they do it? Don't go anywhere. We're going to bring it to you live right here from Dripping Springs, Texas. This is the Warrior Sports Network.
Listening starts very practically at the young grammar age, and that can be as simple as teaching a child how to listen, what it looks like. So the teacher models, the student listens, and the student learns to imitate the teacher and imitate the great speakers before us. So we may memorize a part of scripture or a part of history, a famous speech, and learn what's behind that and why those are wise words. And from there, we can emulate those.
The theology classes at ACA provided a way for me to dig deeper and understand a little bit more about my faith. It provided an area where I could ask questions and even test Christianity against different religions, and time again, Christianity would prove true and faithful.
One of the key tenets
And we are back here in the fourth quarter from the TCAL State Championship 2024. Annapolis, one touchdown away from putting this thing to bed. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Micah Garcia, back under center. A quick throw. It's a good catch from Prime. Prime can see the goal line, and nobody's going to catch him. That could do it, barring a 2-point kick. But a big play from the freshman to the sophomore. Great catch and run from Prime Time, Oren Prime.
Yeah, he had to catch that almost off the carpet, and then we've seen Oren in open space able to get some nice cutback lanes, and then just the absolute speed as he just pulls away from everyone.
Don't say special teams is not important in six-man football. Alex with a chance now to close it out right here and win the game for Annapolis. Alex Owsley back for the kick. Micah Garcia with the hold. If he knocks this in, Annapolis is state champions right here, right now.
Alex has been really on after halftime. It's a good snap hold.
Oh, and it dinks the crossbar. No. Man, what a chance. He got it over the block. Good pressure from New Braunfels, and it just was a bit too short, as New Braunfels will live to fight another down. They were right on their deathbed, and it just couldn't go in. But Annapolis, great job nonetheless to get the score. Now again, they're still only 2 points away from closing this thing out, but you don't want to get this whole 10 minutes of play left for New Braunfels. You just want to close it out as soon as possible. So a quick stop here from the defense is what you want to see. But nice play again from the freshman to the sophomore on that touchdown.
Yeah, again, it's pretty amazing just how many people can score when you get the ball in their hands. They're just absolutely electric. Oren has just been really, really good with the ball in his hands. He made just a really spectacular catch, and then able to make a couple moves, cut back, and then put on the jets. No one's going to catch him.
So a great job from Annapolis to put away the score there on the play from Micah to Prime. Just can't quite get the extra point, but that's all right. We still got 9:50 left to go in this game, so just another stop from this Warrior defense will result in us getting the ball back and finishing this thing out.
Little squib kick.
Visitor side, please make your way to the home side.
18.
He's got some room. Got to be careful. Good tackle from Annapolis. They just gave up the touchdown on the last kickoff return, so a good job to adjust, make sure they didn't blow away through the hole for another big return.
Yeah, Eli Oliver and Ben Marsh there to get him down to the ground, so nice job with the special teams. It's going to be 1st and 15, the 28-yard line.
The Darth Vader Empire theme plays through as the Warrior Pep Band making it loud and proud here. Great turnout again from Warrior Nation. We thank all of you for watching from home as well on the Warrior Sports Network. Annapolis only 2 points away from 45ing the New Braunfels Thunder and clinching that state championship game. They're back in defense now. They need the stop here, Mr. Lockyer.
Yeah, it's easy to get a little complacent. You got the game in hand and so close to winning. New Braunfels is not going to be dead yet. They're going to keep attacking.
Here comes that pressure. Here it comes.
Jerry with good pressure.
Jerry, that ball is in the air, and a late
Whoa.
jump
Wow.
from the Warrior defense, almost able to corral it. There's been a lot of dangerous balls. Even as he's getting hit, he's been throwing up both quarterbacks now.
Yeah, that was really dangerous. That could have been the game-ending pass there. Jerry did a good job this time. Instead of over-pursuing, he kept him in front of him, and then he got hit as he threw, and Ben was just about there.
And that's a good point. New Braunfels has to be careful. If they give up a turnover that leads to a score, that's the game.
Yeah.
New Braunfels cannot give the ball back to Annapolis. They can do nothing but score here to keep their hopes alive in this game.
Yeah, New Braunfels, same thing. They can't get desperate. They still have a ton of time to run whatever they want. I know the score is a little lopsided right now, but they've been able to show that they can get big plays.
Eli Oliver and Jerry Gleason on the line. They bring two. Here comes that pressure. Here's Jerry. And great pressure from Jerry Gleason results in the incomplete pass. He had a man, but not a lot of time to get that throw off with Jerry rushing in hot.
Yeah, that's what happens when the quarterback gets hit over and over and over again. They get really antsy. When he did have time to make that play, he was already kind of backpedaling when he didn't really need to, and the misfire on the throw.
Award ceremony.
3rd down now for the Thunder. I got to say, this pep band has been great. As they were in the huddle, taking their time, the Warriors are waiting. They started playing the Jeopardy music. I thought that was a great touch. They're doing a great job here as the Annapolis students are showing out strong.
Yeah, Mrs. Peterson rallied the troops. It's a lot of our Logic students, Logic girls actually, that all answered the bell and are here.
Annapolis 3rd down now. They can sense it, and the quarterback was still looking at the sideline. He goes for the big pass.
There we go.
This could be it. Jacob
be it.
has field in
It
front
could
of him.
be a pick
He
six.
could go all the
no.
way, and the senior closes it out for the Annapolis Warriors. They are state champs. They've done it.
What a better – I mean, you couldn't write a better ending to this season. As the pressure came, you can see Jerry, first of all, he just absolutely blows up his blocker, pressure in his face, and he threw off his back foot again. But this time, Jacob Segundo waiting for it. House call, game, set, match, state championship.
You could not write a better script. The senior closes out his great career on the football field at Annapolis with a pick six to win the state championship. Our volleyball team took it home. Our football team is now taking it home as well. Annapolis has been absolutely rolling, and you saw that today on the football field. They win it 61-12.
Yeah, it really dominant all the way through. The first half, the Thunder had a couple really good opportunities. Annapolis defense holds the line, got some big turnovers, and then really from kind of the end of the second quarter on, Annapolis just was able to dial in and just really started humming. And when they get humming, there's no one who can stop them.
Annapolis, man, what a season. I'm almost sad it has to end. I love that we won the state championship, but I wish it could keep on going, man. It has been so fun to watch this group. We're super excited about the future. The young guns, the sophomores, the freshmen, they've been absolutely electric this year, so we'll get to see plenty more of them. But we are sad to send off these seniors. Man, this group of 5 I don't know if I've ever seen a group that has been so dominant as we join you now from the booth, that has been so dominant, so electric. Such a great group of brothers this season have just led this team through and through.
Yeah, I mean, from start to finish, this season we knew it was going to be special.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because just that we had a bunch of seniors coming back. It was the work, the dedication, the focus, the brotherhood, all of the little things that you need to have in place to make a special season. They did that. And God bless them with just a wonderful season. And really, this was a really appropriate way to end the game or end the season.
Yeah.
A really tough opponent, but once again, we just rose to the occasion. And then once we kind of dialed in and figured out what the Thunder were doing, I mean, it was just like absolutely just obliteration as we just kept just running through them, running over them, getting the turnovers, getting the stops, and then the offense just rolled and rolled. And then what a better way to end your senior year with a pick-6 game-ending interception for a touchdown. I mean, absolutely wonderful.
Not many seniors. I know Peyton Manning did it when he retired as a Super Bowl champ. So not many times do you get that state championship to close out your career. So what an awesome opportunity for these boys. Like you said, they've feared only God. They've honored him this whole season. They've done it the right way as a team this year, and just the hard work they've put in every day of practice. You walk through the school, you probably see in Warrior Nation when you're picking up your kids. You see those Warriors out there on the football field. They're working day in, day out. And just another shout out to them, Braunfels Thunder. They played a great game. This was probably our hardest test all season long. They've got a great team as well, so good luck to them in the future. But man, what a special season from Annapolis.
Yeah, really special. And they can only play who's in front of them, but everybody who was in front of them, they absolutely manhandled. And really, honestly, from a school standpoint and really maybe a conference standpoint, this might have been one of the best six-man teams TCAL has ever had. I know it's one of the best that we've ever seen at Annapolis. Just a really special team. What they've done offensively, defensively, how they've carried themselves through a lot of adversity, especially rolling into this postseason. Like I said, they had 2 weeks off. It was just a lot of distractions that could have gotten in their way, but instead they stayed focused and then finished the job.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've got the trophy ceremony heading up in just a second. Really classy from both teams as Coach Garcia is praying, and both teams are circled up. And so really cool to see as we know there's something bigger than football. So that's really, really awesome from both teams to end the game out the right way. Pretty clean game both ways. Not a lot of extracurriculars. So really, really great to see that, and just a great clean game of good football. But the Warriors just absolutely dominated, 61-12. Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we will broadcast this trophy ceremony to you live, but I think for now we will sign off from the mics. We'll let you listen to it live as Annapolis wins the state championship 61-12. They do so in deciding fashion. This is the Warrior Sports Network. Stay tuned. We're going to keep rolling and show this trophy presentation, but it's Annapolis bringing it home. Another state championship. Go Warriors.
Let's go Warriors.
2024 most valuable player from the Warriors of Annapolis, number 43, Jacob Segundo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. And please keep your hands together as we congratulate our 2000. Our 2024 state. Our 2024 state Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunder of New Braunfels. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, the Thunder of New Braunfels. Let's hear it for them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause. Let's Thunder. And now, put your hands together for your Division One. For your Division One. For your Division One. Your your Division One. Your di- check. Your division. Still check. Your division. The Warrior. Division One. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause. The Warriors. Let's give them a big round of applause. The Warriors of Annapolis Cruise. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Warriors. Let's hear it for the Warriors of Corpus Christi, Annapolis. Let's hear it for them.
With that, we'll sign off from our Warriors Sports Network broadcast from Dripping Springs, Texas. Annapolis Christian Academy state champions. Is our third state championship in our football program. Congratulations to the Warriors. Undefeated season, start to finish. Excellent season. Thank you for joining us. And now, on to the celebration. With that, signing off. Let's go Warriors.